Alright, I'm back with another tutorial, another Shadow Assassins tutorial. This time I'm going to be drawing the female anatomy. Just basically going off of what we did yesterday. I'm using the same shapes. This one, and I guess some form of a shape in the lines of this. More of these almost trapezoid-like shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still gotta count these out. But for this one, there may be a couple other shapes, only slight variants to drawing the male body, obviously, which is why I'm doing this tutorial. To start off with, the head shape is gonna be a tad bit more rounded than the shape of an actual man. I did touch on this yesterday with the male tutorial, but while for a basic shape of a man's head it could be shaped like this, the actual jaw should be slightly squared off for a man. For a woman, you can round off the bottom of the face some when you draw it. And in any event, so and also a really slender neck when you draw the neck of a woman as well. Actually, I think I need a thinner brush for this. Alright. And now, for the neckline, it's straight across. Another difference between the female and male anatomy, where you'd have the neck almost be like traps here, and then you would have where his chest is at, and I guess the shoulders on the side. You don't have that on the female body. So instead, and this is going to change as well, but I'll get to that in a second, bring the slender part of the physique in here, round that off. Bring the actual waist in some more. And note, even if you were drawing a much bigger woman, the actual shape should be similar. It should just be wider than this, obviously. And then from here, you want to bring this shape out some. Just almost try to keep somewhat of an hourglass shape in mind. Remember, like I said yesterday, good rule of thumb for creating the crotch region, just think of basically drawing underwear on the person. Gap in between both legs. And create a circle for the knee. Do the same thing on both sides. Also, like I did in a previous tutorial, I want to make sure the direction of the knee is meeting the ankle. You don't want it to look like somebody's leg is broken when you draw. Bring this in. round shape for the foot. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now to go into the arms. Pretty much the same process as the male arms, only these are slightly more slender. You shouldn't have as much definition in the female arms. Unless you were trying to draw an extremely muscular woman, you don't really need that. The elbow. And same thing on the other side here. Circle for the elbow. Not too crazy with the forearm here. And that's what I meant when I talked about breaking the arm. So hold on. Alright, 2 circles back down here for the wrist. Thumb. Alright, now the fingers down here. Okay. And just to add this level of detail in it too, all women have breasts, so always remember a good rule of thought to almost look at this like teardrop. So we're drawing these starting about right here. Almost 2 even teardrops on both sides. And depending on, I guess, the size of the woman you're doing, those could literally be just sitting here. Or you could create something outrageous in a sense. But the fact is, it's always going to have this similar teardrop shape that should be hanging to an extent. Unless they're being covered up, in which case you would simply close the distance in between here, and it would shape them out as need be. And because of this, I'm actually going to go ahead and just do this in red. But that is pretty much it for the female anatomy. Almost the same process with just slight differences here and there. But once again, the same couple basic shapes, which has been the theme of pretty much all my tutorials lately. And just practice drawing your own and see what you come up with.